Welcome, everyone, to the Freestyle Cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
All right, so, boy, did I really get into the gaming kick, right, Scott? A lot of platinums. Got really deep into it. We weren't even doing casts for crying out loud. It's nuts. But, also I wasn't feeling well. And, it's one thing to do a minute video or 2-minute video.
Yeah.
It's something
And then
else
doing a whole...
entirely. To do a 40-minute, 30-minute, or an hour, 2, 3, 4. So I wasn't feeling up to it. On vacation, got a lot of sleep, a lot of recovery, reform there. So now I'm relaxed, and I'm like, thank God I'm able to do a cast tonight. So I want to start off talking about video games because basically that's been a huge thing with me lately. But now I'm going to be taking a break from games. So now we're going to go back into the podcast. Thank God. I'm very happy. I got a little deep into it, but I did really, really well with the rankings.
That's good.
Jumped a lot. Now, so we stand at 125 platinums, and now that's going to go to the side. Okay? I am still going to do gaming, but not obsessively like I was. There is no challenges. There is no thing. I want to get, now it's time. We got to go back to business. And we got to do the podcast. I did want to talk about some games, though, that I got. Like, some were good. Some were freaking clunkers, as you know. And here's the thing. It's like I have a GameStop credit card. And a lot of times when I make my payments, I use that to get the games or my other credit cards. So I'm not really taken away from anything. But there was that game that I played. I showed you, the Drunken Fist. That I really enjoyed, right?
I need to get that. I'm sorry. I meant that's the one which I meant to get, and I totally forgot about it. So
yeah,
I'm just psyched about May 25. That's all I'm psyched about right now.
May 25th.
Yes.
Why don't you tell everybody why?
Biomutant comes out finally.
Finally. We've been talking about this for years.
Granted, I think with the whole headache with Cyberpunk, if it does get postponed again, people would understand.
Right.
So when I heard that it was coming out, I went to Amazon. I clicked say I want this damn game.
Right.
So I got it coming hopefully the 25th or the day after, whichever.
Now I bought the Crash game. I never even played it, and I was dying. There are games I bought that I haven't played. It's terrible. I bought Death Stranding when it came out. I bought it with my home shopping club card, whatever. Never played. I mean, literally, when I've been into the indie games. So, like I said, I beat Drunken Fist. I got the platinum. I played this game called Swordbreaker, where they really are lucky they don't get sued. Because I fought Freddy Krueger in medieval times.
Oh, damn.
And he was Freddy Krueger, whatever. It was ridiculous. So I really fought. That was interesting. BFF or Die, that was a fun game. And Sushi Break, once I started with this Sushi Break thing, this is like, it's like you have a paddle on the bottom.
Yeah.
Almost like Pong or something. And you got to hit the things and you got to do different patterns. So Sushi Break, then there was Donut Break, then there was Halloween Break, Christmas Break, Space Break, Candy Break. Tomorrow is Valentine's Candy Break. So this game, I got really good at, and the platinums you get right away is because I'm really good at the game. Yeah. So they always have two versions of it. They have the regular version and it's head to head, right? So you can get two platinums. Now I'm not the type as a trophy hunter to get the different PlayStation systems where this one's European version. There are people that do that. There are people that they can get 5 platinums per game. Damn. Because there's different regions. I don't have that, but I did get the head-to-head version. So those were good. Devious Dungeon, I really enjoyed that, right? When I got the second one, I hated. I was pissed because certain things annoyed me that they do changes. When I first played Sonic, the first one, I loved it. As they went on, they got to crap. I felt they got downgraded.
A lot of people were saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the second one was like,
I forget which YouTube station did it, but they were talking about a lot of the games that they started off being good, and then
Right.
they just after
They
that.
got to crap. So I started to do it where I was buying it in blocks. I call it blocks. So I kind of worked it out like Doctor Who they film in blocks of episodes. I bought blocks of games. So I did it where I was going to do it like every month on the 5th, I was going to buy my first block and start that off. So in January 5th, I bought 4 games. Now, the games were not really that expensive, okay? Some of them were a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
Because they did have these sales. The most, I think, were $6.99, all right?
$7.
But whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That's not
That's,
like,
that's
look,
cheap.
The
To
amount of
me, that's
money,
cheap.
the amount of money you could spend in a day to eat, especially when I work, I could spend $20, $30 a day just to eat. Because it's like you're out, you go out there, you go to Hooters, you go wherever, right? It's expensive. So
it is.
Now that I wasn't, spending that money, so I was like, let me just throw it to the games. So I bought those 2 blocks. Then I bought another block of games. I bought this game called The Strange 2. Now I beat the first one. I was not crazy about the ending, but when it comes to sequels to games or movies or anything, I'm really heavily into sequels. You know that.
Yeah.
So I got the second one. I didn't even play that yet. I got this game for 99 cents, this game called Finger on the Roof. You're like a hand running on the roof or something. I didn't even platinum that one yet. Then I got this game that was like it reminded me of Resident Evil 1. The play control was exactly the same. And they had monsters in it like Resident Evil, but it was like a poor man's Resident Evil. Okay? I was disappointed when I beat it because what I'm starting to see with these indie games is that these people are putting their real life issues into the games.
Oh, no.
In order for them to deal with it. So the guy's whole concept of, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, I'm paraphrasing, for making this game was I think his dad had like Alzheimer's or something, like he kept forgetting. So like it was like a thing where he kept playing this game and he got so obsessed with it that this is all so I don't like stuff like that when they start like doing like, this is, now you're getting to be ridiculous. So I beat it and I'm like, there's other game I wasn't crazy about, Autumn's Journey. I beat that. This game, Loot Hero, was really fun because all you do is you run across the screen, right? And you have like the sword and you're fighting. But the thing is, you got to build up strength so you can break through blockades and stuff. But it's super fast. Like you get super fast and you just. So if you go back.
Does it remind you? Do you think that this latest game you're talking about could have been a phone game?
What, the Loot Hero?
Yeah.
No. Well, yes, it could have been. But the thing is, you couldn't just go left to right. So you could go backwards, destroy the buildings again, and then get stronger. And then the whole thing is to be strong enough so that way when you're speeding through, you're actually speeding through the boss. Like, not just like. So I beat that game right away. I thought it was, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, I got to have this game. I bought it. It was fun. Then I got this other game called One Night Stand, which was part of this thing where they said like all these platinums or whatever from this company. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like, it's like you have to type, you have to certain games I like with the choices.
Yeah.
I don't know why I even bought this game. I was playing it today. I'm like, I'm going to be done with it soon. So that was 4 blocks. Then I got this game Knighting because it was like Zelda, but I didn't like it. I hated it.
I was watching one of the videos. I don't remember the third game. I need to look it up, and I'll send you because I meant to send you the link to the video, and I totally forgot. But they talked about Biomutant. They also talked about Robin Hood.
Right.
And the Robin Hood one, it looks like one of those, what would they call that? I guess you call it a tower game, not a tower game, but one of these games where you have to build your village and all this other stuff and set up this and that. And there's some gameplay where you fight. But I'm looking at it and go, some people might like that, but it just doesn't look like it's a game that's going to last for very long.
So I wasn't crazy. I bought the game. I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
But
I didn't buy Robin Hood. I'm just saying that was that was like the second game that they talked about on this video, and the third game had to do with being underground.
Okay.
And it's a scroller. It's a 2D scroller.
Okay.
And I've got to go back and look at the name because I cannot remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it looks like something she might like.
Right.
So
yeah, so I don't like buying the game and then not beating it. So
yeah,
like that's the whole point. So I won the platinum that. Then when I first played this game called Scheming Through the Zombie Apocalypse, I didn't like it at first, but I did really grow to love it because I went back into it. It was like some actors voicing these animals and it's zombie apocalypse, but it's pretty funny. They're cursing it. They're like, "Fuck you," this, that. It's pretty funny. So I got that platinum just recently. There was another game called Legend of Skyfish, which I think I streamed on my channel. I beat the final boss. I think it was the last week or whatever.
Okay, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah. So
that's why I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I beat that game finally, and I was glad too because it was okay that game. Then I got a Space Candy Break, which is like Sushi Break, Donut Break, whatever. This game called Goner, which I'm not really liking it, but like I put it to the side for now. There was another game called Suicide Guide, where you in your dream you got to kill yourself.
Oh God!
It's weird. It's an animated comedy thing, but it's crazy. So I wound up beating that. I got a platinum for that. And then I got the sequel. It was but I didn't realize it was like a shortened sequel kind of. It was like much less, but I didn't play that. But the sequel is supposedly more complex. Like it's not like in the first one you have like 24, 25 boards, and the second one's only 6, but they're long. Like they're really deep. They're not quick.
There was a phone game I had years ago. I tried playing it again about a few years after that, but for whatever reason my phone wasn't allowing it to come up.
Yeah.
It was called Falling Something, and you basically had this guy falling. You had to avoid all these.
All
these little sections, and depending on how far you fall.
Oh, downfall or something?
No, it was called Falling Something. I don't remember now. I know that. But.
There was a game I didn't like called Golf Zero, where there was this duck playing golf, but you had to run across the screen, but then in midair do a twist, and I was like,
oh God,
this is where your skills in Mario and Sonic and Mega Man come into play and Crash, where if you know how to maneuver. So I got the platinum, but I was pissed because I don't like shit like that. So lately, so I wasn't impressed with that. And then I got the Candy Break, the Halloween Candy Break head to head. I did that. And I kept buying more games because they had these crazy sales. They cut the 70% off. I bought this game. I bought the Donut Break head-to-head version, the Christmas Break head-to-head, which is 2 players. Then I got the Sushi Break head-to-head. I got this game called Thy Sword. That game really pissed me the F off. So I'm playing it, and I thought I beat it, which it should have been over, right?
Yeah.
You get the 5 crystals, that's what it should have been it. But no, there's more, and I'm like, damn it. And the thing is, you could save, right? But if you here's the thing. Every level has 5 boards, right? And if you die, you have to start in the first part of that level.
I hate those. I hate those.
So, and you could save, but you can't save at the boss. So in other words, I went to save at the boss. Now I got to go back and do the 5 boards, then get to the boss. Now the boss, first of all, I don't know why you can only have 10 arrows, right? You say you buy 50 arrows. Where's the 50 arrows? I don't know. I'm pissed off with that. I don't know why they say you get all these amulets, all this shit, if it doesn't do shit, right? Don't just put fake shit in there and it doesn't really do anything, right? So they did that, so I was really pissed off with this game. So when I got up to the boss, and the boss, like, my shot was not doing shit, and I'm like, here we go. And the boss has 2 forms. I'm like, wait a minute, you gotta fucking hit it like 400 times? Fuck that. So I thought I saved it, but then when I was like, I'll do it again, fuck it. So I said, I put that game to the side. I'm like, fuck this game. This game pissed me off. That game got me where I was like, I think I'm gonna stop playing fucking games for a little while. That thing pissed me off, right?
I've had those games. Trust me, I've had
One
those
fucking
games,
game.
yeah.
So I never even played this other game, The Last Dead End. That was another game I had. And then I wound up buying the Space Break head-to-head, which is Space Break is like the Candy Break and the thing.
Yeah.
So today I got the Suicide Sky. I think I got it this morning. I got the Platinum. Or was it yesterday? I forget. And now I'm at 125. I'm like, I'm taking a break. That's it. Taking a break. Because here's the thing, like you and I,
you're burnt out.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
We can't go anywhere other than eat, right? And I was spending a lot of money eating, restaurants, and like buying stuff and ordering, and then go and pick up stuff and everything. So I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I bought some shirts, I bought some, pants, I got whatever. But like with everything going on, I really don't want to go out because people coughing all over the fucking place. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm staying home playing games,
cabin fever, yeah, you were getting cabin
Which,
fever.
with all the games I'm buying, it ordinarily, as long as it doesn't affect anything, like if I'm like buying games and I can't pay my bills, then there's a problem. But it's not.
Yeah.
Because I paid everything. I try to pay everything early. Like I try to pay my shit in advance.
Yeah.
Especially now that my birthday is coming up next week.
Yeah, I was about to say happy birthday.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, thank you though.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to pay so that way I don't have to deal with any pressure or stress of paying shit. So I'm trying to like pay my shit early. And now my sneakers, I still, that's the one thing I didn't get is a new pair of sneakers. I got to get a new pair of sneakers.
Oh, I got to get a new pair of deck shoes, or what I like to call docksiders, because there's a little spot on the front of one which is sort of torn.
I got a hole in the bottom.
Luckily, it doesn't affect. It's just, it's just a tiny little tear, but still, it's one of those. If I catch it just right,
the snow on the made a hole bigger, and we had a blizzard here.
I've heard about. Yeah,
I did a video.
I've been listening to Totally 70s with Paul DeMarco, and he's playing his things now because he's
the first day I had to
for somebody else.
It started, and then I was out the next day.
Donna were doing his thing. They were talking about how it's no snow. So
we had up to my knees, and I was like, I almost threw up because I was like, oh my god, it's like I'm climbing a mountain. Like the whole.
If that happened here in Tulsa, they'd be shut down. They'd be shutting things down.
Well, these fucking places
they shut things down when there's even a hint of just a glazing of snow.
I thought some places would stay open. No, fuck it. They're like, they're all closed. I'm like, why the fuck did I go out? I'm like, oh, thank God 7-Eleven was open. But like Dunkin' Donuts closed, the pizza place is closed.
7-Eleven's like QT. They're always open.
Yeah. So I had Domino's today, but I can't stand when people shovel. They don't shovel the fucking corners. And then you have to go in this deep fucking thing, get your feet soaked, everything. I was pissed. So unless it gets cleared up, I don't want to go out.
We've got this thing, I forget the name of it. It took over the Villa Pizza, which Villa was good. I mean, it was decent, but they've got this other one that took its place. And I found out late you can get, I think it's 2 pizzas for a mall discount. But of course, I didn't find that out until today when I was sitting up in the break room. But when I was leaving, I thought, I haven't used Raising Cane's little app yet. So that's what I did. I sent it through the app. And
I still got to figure out how that works with Domino's app, because I get Domino's all the time, but I don't go through the app because I'm old fashioned. I like to pay with cash, but everything's credit card lately. Yeah. It's like, and even with this whole thing, people want to pay with credit cards. So, but I never use I lost all my points. I got pissed the other day. I saw they give you points, but if you don't use them, you lose them. So I lost all my Domino's points.
Pardon the pun here. There's a restaurant here called BJ's, and I've got 6 more points there till I get 200 points. So I don't know what 200 points will get me. Because when I got 100 points, gets me $10 off.
Right.
And they say if I don't use these points by 3/31 of this year, they're gone.
Wow.
To me, I personally.
Sharon gave me a Starbucks card that it didn't expire, but I still got.
I get paid.
I still got like $8.
I'm going to update my card, so I can just do that.
I like to use the Starbucks cards for the drinks because the drinks are expensive. So I will be doing another episode of Starbucking sometime this week.
Like I was telling Dad that whenever I get a gift card from whatever restaurant, what I like doing is I use those gift cards primarily on the desserts. Yeah. Because it'll last longer.
Right.
And this one last time, I thought, what the hell? I used it on the meal. I used it for the meal, and then I turned around and I had to use my card so I could give the gal a tip because I didn't have any cash on me. So
you find it easier with the cards?
Yeah, it is.
See, I'm starting. Remember how with video games I was always buying the physical copy?
Yeah.
And then lately I've been finding I'm buying the digital copies a lot more now because
like I've said many times, if it's going to be a game that I know I'm going to be repeatedly playing all the time, I'll get it in disc form.
See,
if this is something I'm going to be playing like every now and then I'll get it in digital form.
See, but the digital, you always have it forever.
Yeah.
You just gotta like reinstall it because it's in your computer, like in your PlayStation. So I have all these games deleted, but they're in there because I beat them, and I'm like, all right, you kick them out, and then your memory gets back. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You delete it from the memory, but it's in the backup file, whatever. So, yeah, I'm taking a break from the gaming. We have a lot of stuff to cover with the podcast. There is a lot. There is Doctor Who stuff like crazy. I know. We need to talk about, and Chris and I have, and you have to talk about the Godzilla stuff.
Yeah, I saw the Godzilla versus Kong trailer. Well, only thing I got.
Well, let's go back. Let's go into the Everything Show. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Because we'll save this for the video games. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.